Hello friends, welcome to How to Learn channel. This is DB and stream. I was doing a video on Oracle's profile setting. There's a resource limit for idle time, and the video did not end with actual, I mean, identification of one of the issues that we ended up in the video. When I say an issue, we saw how idle time works, and then we ended up halfway through the video. When I say halfway through, the URL or reference guide from Oracle did not provide an exhaustive detail. It said the session will be terminated. The session is terminated, but the session was still left in killed state. That's what we observed in the last video, and this is what that video is all about. I already have this video open for you, so you can see Oracle DB profile to limit session based on connection idle time. So this is the previous video. I'm now going to do an addendum on it. So now I figured out the reason why they stay in killed state and until when they will stay in killed state. So to explain this, again as usual, we go through our guide, our note section where we mention the steps we are going to follow. The first step is what happens with the idle time limit. Idle time results in performing a soft kill of the session. What really happens behind the scenes? A session is terminated in the DB and is still visible in the $V session and $V process, which means that they are still accounted towards the resource limit like session and process. This is what we saw in the last video. So when these sessions are going to be released? So when this process are going to be released, that's when we will really see the resource release. That's when they do not go account towards session and process. We mostly would have introduced this idle time for controlling the process or session limit, isn't it? So this will happen when the client acknowledges that the session is terminated. What does that mean? The client really tries to execute a query again. So is it really a solution? Let's really see this in action now. So I have a DB viewer connect client like that last way. If you want more information on about this test setup, you look at my previous video, but for now, even if you do not look at the previous video, this will freshly help. I have a client connection from DB viewer client and SQL Plus client. We know DB viewer launches 3 sessions if you include a SQL editor, so from the database, and SQL Plus is going to be only one. So I already got the connections. So if you look at it here, I guess this is already terminated. Yes. So now I'll connect again, and even this DB viewer session would have been killed. You see here there will be a message. You see, data source was invalidated. All right. So now I would have got some connections. I am connected here. DB viewer also refresh the connection. You really should not see any errors. See, it's working. So I will refresh my queries. You see, there are 1, 2, 3, 3 DB viewer sessions. Just order them by program. Program comma set. Yes, so program is b dot program comma b dot sid. If you see, there are 3 DB viewer sessions: 125.138.69 and 1 SQL plus. All the session status are inactive. So their previous execution was 1701.00, 1701. Now it's 1701.44. We wait for another 1 more minute and we will see what happens. See, this are 1, 2, 3, 4 process ID. This is Java, JDBC, I think process IDs. Now this is what always it will be printed. The other one is 6793. This is the process ID of the client. And I have got the SP ID for your reference. So I will just show you the process really is alive. You can see there are 4 locally controlled processes alive. Sessions are still inactive. We didn't run anything. They're still idle. So we're about to hit the idle time. So this is what we wrote in the steps as well. We run this query. We set order by b dot program comma b dot sid. Leave the session for idle. This is where we are. Just write down these outputs. Yeah, sessions are killed. So it's 15:03:26. 2 minutes later, the sessions are terminated. They're killed. Alright, there's no change here, but if you know, go here. You saw 4 sessions in killer state. The 6793 is the SQL plus one, right? Let me show you, for instance. I'm trying to run a query. See, exceeded maximum idle time, please connect again. And now, if I refresh this, see, 133, the session ID 133 is gone, which is SQL plus. So, which is meaning the client, which is me, connected through SQL plus to the DB, is acknowledging the session termination. So, the process is lost and the session is lost, so the resource is released. Let me just show you. Now that process ID does not exist as well. Process ID was 6798. 6798 is not there. So now the next one, the DB viewer sessions. So I'll show you line by line. If I refresh this, it will say exceeded maximum time, please connect again. And now you will see only 2 sessions. So 6768, 6770. 72 is gone, which is the DB viewer one. Now if I go refresh this, this is one connection. Then you will see exceed maximum idle time, please connect again. And same here, the other session is lost. So the last session is actually this. If you refresh this, it says data source was inherited, live connection count 3 by 3. That connection also was lost and a new session is established from 1705. All are inactive. Since you see the process IDs have changed. This is what happens, guys. So really, is this idle time going to help you with process and session delimitation? We are introducing this for one reason. I was trying to investigate this option to kill all the sessions of the users who left their connections in idle state for a long time and they never turned back. You know, database, this particular solution is asking client to acknowledge it. They have not acknowledged it. That's the reason why I'm implementing this. And now this solution is asking for this acknowledgement. So yes, I don't think it will work. Maybe you can provide your feedback on the comment section. I hope I made sense, and I think this video is useful for you. And I didn't actually read the MOS documented about this, but I found this useful information from Ask Tom itself. So I hope you can read it from here as well yourself. How does the profile time idle time works? So I'll put the URL for this also in the video. Thank you everyone. Thanks for joining with me. Please feel free to add your valuable comments in the comment section, and I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.